Zach talked about what it means to win your first CAA championship and what you thought the keys to the game were.
I mean, it means everything. This is a moment you dream of when you were a kid, and me being a senior, this is everything I wanted to do from the beginning of the season. We set a goal out there to go to the CAA championship and win it, and end up in the NCAA tournament. We accomplished that goal. And as far as the game plan was, we just want to go out there, play our game, and slow them down. I don't even know, honestly. But we won. So.
All right, first question, go ahead, Glenn.
Early in the game, it was a little bit choppy, but when the threes started to fall, do you think that helped you get into a rhythm on offense?
Yeah, I think anytime you see a shot fall, it just gives you a little bit of confidence for the next one that you put up. And I know when I see one fall, it just makes me want to get going and look for the next shot as well.
Thank you.
Next question from Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
Zach, for you, when you get that ankle injury, you twist your ankle on that made shot early in the second half. What's going through your mind when you're trying to get back into that game?
I was just thinking I got to hurry up and go get this taped and tighten it up real quick so I can get back in the game and help my team win. I knew it wasn't severe, but I just wanted to get it taken care of real quick so I wouldn't feel it anymore.
Quick question for Cam. Is he beside you too?
Oh, come on,
Yeah, Cam will be here in a minute. Go ahead. We'll finish up with Zach, then we'll get Cam up there.
Okay. Go.
All right. Ed, next question to Ed. Go ahead.
Hi, Zach. How big was that three right before the half? Do you think you guys got that lift going into the locker room? They talk about how big points are before the end of the half. Do you think that helped carry over in the second half for you?
Yeah, I think it was a good momentum play. We needed a score before the half. Elon was making a run to cut it real close to, I think it was a 2-point game, and I hit the three. We were up 5 going to the half, so it gave us a little bit of momentum, and we started the second half real strong after that.
Next question to Kyle Kenzie.
Yeah, it was piggybacking off that a little bit at kind of the same line of thought, but the step back there before halftime. I mean, how much juice do you feel like that kind of gave you going into the locker room there?
Like I said, once you see one fall, kind of gets you going and gives you some confidence for the next one that you shoot. That was a tough shot. It was kind of deep, but it went in, and I just was thinking next one I touch, I'm going to put it up, and it's going in too.
Next question to Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Zach, you guys hadn't strung together consecutive victories until these last 4. When did it click? When, what is it that about this last stretch that you guys just, were closing out the games that you maybe weren't closing out previously?
I mean, well, we always knew that we had a chance to win this thing, and we never had any doubt in our mind. Say probably all the games getting canceled and us not playing a lot, heading up to the tournament. We had a lot of time to practice and work on the things we needed to get better at, and that's what we did, and it showed this weekend.
Was there a point this weekend where it felt different?
I don't think it really felt different. I mean, at least for me personally, like I said, we always believe we can do it. And I think everyone was just on the same page, playing together, playing as a team. And we went out there and just gave it all. Everyone was playing hard from the jump.
All right, we got 3 more. Next question to David. Go ahead.
Hey, Zach, can you just sum up the whole season culminating with tonight?
It was a long season. First off, COVID going on. There's a lot of doubts. In the beginning of the season, we were even going to play or there was even going to be a tournament. Obviously, we weren't able to come here in the summer like we normally do and do summer workouts. We got here in the early fall. And, like I said, there were a lot of doubts, but we just stuck with it. Coach was preaching to us all year. Most disciplined team's going to win this thing. And that's what we try to do. We try to stay disciplined, healthy as we can, so we give ourselves the best chance of winning this tournament.
And what is your message to the city of Philadelphia?
Thank you for staying behind us, and we're going dancing.
Next question to Austin. Go ahead, Austin.
Zach, for you on a personal level, you've been at Drexel during some really rough stretches and a lot of injuries. I mean, for you, how rewarding is this title? personally?
It's rewarding. Like I said, I've always dreamed of doing this and always dreamed of having a chance to go play in the big tournament. Like you said, my first year I got here, I got hurt. So I was unable to participate and try to help my team win. And then last year we kind of didn't achieve what we wanted to achieve. And this year, we just stuck with it. I stuck with it. And we just trusted the process and we got to where we wanted to be.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, last question for Zach to Jerry Beach. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Zach, you talked about, this is a lifelong dream for everybody who plays Division I basketball, and you got to achieve it tonight. There's a lot of really good players for Drexel who came really close. You couldn't quite get there. What's it mean to you guys to kind of break that hex? And can you kind of imagine what tonight might mean for those hundreds of alumni watching this on TV?
Well, one, we just want to thank them for what they've done, the foundation they've laid down for us. And also, we're just hoping that this is the start of a new culture, a winning culture here at Drexel. And we're hoping for the years to come, we can continue this culture.
All right, thanks very much, Zach.
But thank you.
We'll be joined by Cam here in a second.
Detroit.
We're joined by the MVP of the CAA championship, Cam Winter, and Cam, just talk about what it means to win your first CAA title.
It means everything. It's the reason I came here. It's the reason Coach Spiker recruited me, and he took a chance on me. And I think I did everything I could to help bring a CAA championship back to Philadelphia.
Start with Michael. Go ahead and Michael.
Cam, whether it was when you scored 1,000 points, when you won the boardwalk battle, or where you were preseason first team all CAA, each time you deflected those accomplishments and said you had a bigger goal in mind. Now that you're in the moment, how do you describe how you're feeling right now?
Honestly, I'm just speechless because none of the individual awards ever meant much to me. I just came every day I walked in the gym, I looked up at that CAA championship banner, and I always just want to put one right next to that one. And I think I'm just speechless. So, yeah.
Next question to Glenn. Go ahead, Glenn.
I mean, it was a tough game, and you expected it to be a grinded out kind of battle. And everybody kind of chipped in and gave a little something. How special is it to get a team win, in this scenario?
It's great. I think that's the great thing about our team is anybody can explode on any night. Anybody can pitch in. We have a lot of talented players who do their job, and I think everybody just did a little something to help win today, and that was the key for us.
Thank you.
Next question to Donald. Go ahead, Donald.
Cam, what did you think of Bell, who came in and hit some really big threes to give y'all a lift, man?
X is a tough player. He comes in every day. He works. We go at each other in practice, and he makes me better. I make him better. And so when it's time to get on the court, we're on the same team. He knows just to hoop. And I told him today, just play your game. Shot's gonna fall. If you're open, shoot it like you always do. And he came in and gave us a big lift, and I think he really helped us today more than he probably knows it.
And Cam, just give me your thoughts on MVP, man. That's quite an accomplishment in the CAA, and on top of that, going to the dance now.
I'm grateful for the award. It could have been anybody on my team. I didn't have the best game today, so I'm just grateful that we got the job done.
Okay, thanks.
Next question to Austin. Go ahead, Austin.
Cam, for you personally, I asked the same question to Zach, but you were here when there were some pretty tough times with the team, and for it all to culminate to this point, I mean, for you personally, how does that feel?
It feels great, but it's a huge credit to Coach Spiker for basically turning the program around in just a couple of years, and taking chances on different guys who maybe didn't have the hype as other players, and that's just how we're built, and that's how we play. So.
And if I can, real quickly, given the circumstances of this season, obviously it's a sweet title, but does it make it a little bit more sweeter?
Yeah, if you ask me, it might be one of the hardest ones to win. Limited spring session, or no spring session actually, no summer session to get freshmen ready and build chemistry, and it was kind of just a throw everybody in September and see what you get by the time the season starts. So yeah, the season was definitely awkward.
Thanks, Cam.
Next question to Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Cam, congrats. First of all, your first couple of years at Drexel, the end of the year didn't go great for you guys. Then this season, couldn't string 2 wins together during league play. And then all of a sudden, at the time you guys need to, look like you put it all together. What changed? What clicked for you guys in these last few weeks?
I think just our mindset coming in every single day. Even after we lost 2 games in Charleston that we believe we should have won, we came in every day and just worked. No one put their head down. We never felt sorry for ourselves. We had a weird schedule, only played 2 home games, and we never felt sorry for ourselves. We just kept grinding, kept working in practice. Everyone got individual work in on top of practice, and we just put it all together.
And, all league team, all tournament team, the one guy not on it, Mate, you feel like maybe he deserved a spot on that?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said before, it could have been anybody on our team. A lot of the people came up in the clutch. Zach had a great tournament. Mate had a great tournament. I thought X had a great tournament. TJ. So it could have been any one of us.
Next question to David. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Cam, can you talk about the way how everybody just gelled with this whole season, staying connected, even though you had some of your games got canceled because of COVID, and now culminating with tonight?
I just think we stressed staying disciplined the whole season, and just staying to ourselves and in our own little bubble. I think we were one of the more disciplined teams, and we kept saying the most disciplined team is going to win. And we stuck by that statement.
Kevin, do you have a question, Callahan?
Yeah, I do. Sorry I couldn't raise my hand there, Cam. Congratulations. Hey, I just want to ask a local guy across the river in the first half, Tim Perry Jr. He seemed to add some energy coming off the bench with 4 offensive rebounds. Did you guys feel that? Because you were down a few points, I think 13-3 at the time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he came in and he gave us great energy. He hit the glass. He did what he usually does. He was a good presence for us inside, and he gave us that spark that we needed. And we just fed off of his energy, and I thought he really helped us tonight.
All right, Cam. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Zach, talk about what it means to win your first CA championship.
I'm not really focused on anything personal right now. I'm just really happy for our players and our coaching staff, assistant coaches that, had to make a decision at some point to leave a different school and a different location because of the vision that we talked about. And I think they believed in what we were talking about, and just super, super happy for those guys in that locker room. Some guys that are seniors, Julian Adams, he's already got a job. What an incredible experience for him. He's been here for 4 years now, and to leave and understand the value of building something. And so I'm just really, really happy for a lot of guys on a lot of different levels. But it's the character of our players that put us in this situation.
You started, Michael. Go ahead.
Congratulations. This is something that you usually would have dodged earlier in the season, and particularly in the past. But what can you say about the growth of this team now, when you achieve something that you always set as the #1 goal, and before this season and even back to last year, and now when you look back at all the contributing factors and the pieces that had to come together for this run, just what are your thoughts just on the growth of this team to get to this point?
DeMichael, it's funny because you can look big picture, but I would say in particular right now, if you watch film, we played. Actually, we never played either, but we played Charleston. If we're preparing for the tournament, we played Charleston earlier in the season, as we're getting ready, we just look like a better team. And, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you handle those circumstances. And I thought our coaching staff and our players made the best of some practices and sessions that were, we went, I think, 19 days in league play without a game. We went 21 days without a game and came down here to a regular season game against the first place team in our league and won. So we felt like we were getting better. So I would, to Michael, it's a very, it validates what we tell our guys. That's what it does.
Next question, Glenn. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yes, Zach, first of all, congratulations on the win here. As you look at the tournament, you've had so many contributions from so many players throughout the tournament. Is that what was needed to get the championship?
I think when you win, rarely are you going to be able to lean on one or two guys. And I just think we developed our depth. I don't think the guys that got in double figures today were guys that people would have anticipated being in double figures a month ago. And it's a credit to Xavier Bell saying, hey, X, we're going to give you a couple of things, and they're going to be like vitamins. You're going to do them every day. And he came in the building, and he had his list, and he did them every day. And he got better. He got better and better and better. And then we were able to see practice in the back. We were still watching film of practice in March. And look at this. X is finishing with his right hand. He's Mate Okers puts as many hours in shooting as anybody in our program. And him and Luke House, to be honest with you. And he's found different ways to get open. I think his personality is, he's such a nice guy. Sometimes he's a little bit timid, but we've tried to convince him that he's a hunter. When he hunts his shot, I don't know what happened on the one missed three, but I bet it was something good. So when he hunts his shot, we're a good team. So to answer your question politely, I wasn't surprised, but that score doesn't show enough of just a team effort. I thought defensively to hold that team, that they took 32 3-pointers last night, 32. And we held them to 19. And if you really think about the guts of the game, that was probably closer to 16. And I think they got 2 or 3 off in the final minute right there. So just really, that's how I would answer that. Sorry, you gave a long question. I gave you a long answer.
Thank you, Zach, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your coverage.
Next question to Mike Jensen. Go ahead, Mike.
Zach, when both your guys said you've preached the most disciplined team's going to win this, can you just give us a little bit of what you were really preaching about, what would go into being the most disciplined team?
Yeah, Mike, I'm glad to hear that they were listening, because I have said that, and we've said that a lot as a staff. We meant it in a couple of different levels. Obviously, first and foremost, if you're not smart with your decisions socially and you're not wearing a mask, you're going to a party, you're doing other things, you're never going to have the opportunity. And I don't want to jinx things, but I'm very proud of the discipline our players have showed from a testing standpoint. We were in position to play basketball games all season. It was our opponents that had to adjust due to their situation. So really proud of that. So that's how it started, Mike. And then it went from there to defensively. The most disciplined team is going to win a game. So take care of your schoolwork. Everyone's taking care of business. That's how it is. You got to have a little bit of that to be successful. And certainly you have to have good fortune and make some shots, but it was indeed, that was the message the whole time. I'm glad they were listening, Mike.
Next question to Shane. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, Zach, first off, congrats. When you look back on it, how important was that last regular season game to get the win here in Harrisonburg for momentum purposes, but also you only played 3 games in this tournament when you might have played 4? Like, just how important was that for you guys to kind of get rolling there?
Yeah, thanks, Shane. I think the last time we had a conversation was right before our game against Wilmington in the entertainment and sports arena. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We exchanged some emails after that, but
making sure I had the voice with the name. Yeah, obviously. I mean, listen. If we lose that game to JMU, we have to play another game. and 4 games in 4 days is much more difficult than 3 games in 3 days. So it was huge. It put us in a situation to only win 3, and it was really big from that standpoint. But if I'm honest, coming down there, we knew we were getting better. We saw practice, we saw the film, we knew it was going on. Listen, we lost by 4, and we didn't play very well last time. Now we're going back down here. We know we're getting better. Did it make sense that we went to JMU for 1 game instead of 2, and we agreed to go down here? We didn't love it, but the whole season we wanted to be respectful of our players. If we had a chance to play a game, we're going to play it. So I think logistically, it probably didn't make sense to play 1 game and then go back and play the rest of our schedule and then have this other outlying game, right? But we wanted to play, and certainly there was some gamesmanship down the stretch, but we had a chance to play. The game was on the schedule. They were ranked highly. They had a player that was injured, the player of the year that was injured. So we won that game, and I think it did give us some confidence. But honestly, I don't know if that game gave us as much confidence as the 2 weeks of practice building up to it and what we were doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Shane.
Next question to Donald. Go ahead, Donald.
Yeah, Zach. It's been 25 years, man. I mean, Malik Rose was at Drexel. Can you just talk about that overall accomplishment of, winning this tournament and now going to the dance?
Mr. Hunt, how you doing? I'm looking forward.
Okay,
I heard there was a podcast. I was listening to Sonny Hill talking about you the other day, so I'm looking forward to catching up with that when I get a few minutes.
Okay, I appreciate it.
But yeah, you know what? I can't imagine someone more in tune on the call to the history of Philadelphia basketball than yourself. So I probably can't put it in the proper perspective, but I know that I'm just really, really happy for the group, assistant coaches, our managers, and our players to stick to it. Listen, we had I don't know how big the lead was, but I think we had a stretch where we gave up 17 points in 4 minutes to a home game this year in our league games. We were up 9 and lost by whatever it was. We had some crazy games that were, we had a game at Charleston. We were up 2 with 2.3 seconds left, and there was a foul called with 0.3 seconds left. And we're still trying to decide if it's a foul or not. And we lose a game that we outplayed a team. So we had some tough losses that if you stick with it, it builds some character and makes you feel a little better about things. And again, when we had a chance to practice, we approached it the right way, and we got better as the season went along.
Thanks a lot.
No problem, Mr. Hunt. Good seeing you.
Next question, Ed. Thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, Zach. You talked about that character between some rough years with injuries, having like everyone else to deal with COVID this year, and coming in as a 6th seed, maybe with a lot of people outside, not expecting much. How much more appreciative is this for you, and also for your guys who have stuck with you the last few years and have been with the program and gone through all the ups and downs?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I feel like I'm kind of answering the same way. I don't want to give you the same answer, but I'm happy for our players. I'm happiest for our players and our coaching staff and their families. If you think about everybody's girlfriend or spouses on our coaching staff and the time that's put in, right? You guys come to the games. You don't come to the practice or the film sessions at 1 a.m. Everyone's home doing their own thing, trying to figure out how we can get better. So I think I hope it's rewarding and so appreciative for all those people that sacrifice for us to have success and do what we love.
Next question to Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Zach, congratulations. You and the players have all referenced this 2 weeks before that James Madison game of practice. It wasn't your only break, and you have an experienced team. Why those 2 weeks? Why wasn't it the 3 weeks before league play that things clicked for you? Why those 2 weeks?
I just think we're getting deeper into the season. We're getting deeper into the season. We had 6 days of practice and a couple of days, a day off, and we get back for 6 more days. Guys were getting better, and I think they could feel themselves getting better. They could see the progress, and we could see it. So maybe we didn't see it as much, Josh. We'd go home for a break. We come back, we kind of kick the rust off of the holiday. Everyone's worried about a COVID shutdown at that time. We spent, I think, 3 or 4 days after getting back from Christmas working in a small group. So we weren't able to see like live competition right away. So that's how those two segments were different, if that makes sense. But I thought the practices were great. I thought we got better as coaches trying to figure out, hey, we can't go 90 miles an hour every day, all the time when you've got 19 days in between a game and not knowing your next game is. So we had to get creative. I mean, we had some incredible comedy and team building things around practice. We had a one-on-one contest that left guys a crazy shot that was filmed. The guys were chasing each other around the rim around the court on a Saturday morning at 11 a.m. That I know Mike Tubrosa has that video. It was incredible. We had a practice where we worked really hard, and the last thing we did was we played a game of dodgeball. And what award did Cam get today? Was he MVP of the tournament? Cam Winter. So the MVP of the 2021 CAA tournament is hiding on top of lockers, and I'm chasing him around. He's chasing me with dodgeballs, not in the arena, but like we're in different levels of the deck. It was incredible. And so I think we got better as basketball players. We became a closer team, and our guys have been really disciplined. We live right across the street. They're not getting in cars. They're not driving anywhere. And we made the most of our moments that we could.
I mean, for a team, sorry, just a second question. For a team that, hadn't been in the moment before, hadn't been in the semis, hadn't been in the finals, you played like a team that had been. Was there a point for you during these last 3 games that, even if at that point you weren't thinking, oh, we definitely are going to win this, where you just could tell that it was different?
I tried not to allow myself and certainly our players to get too far ahead of things, because you can start to, hey, well, what if we do this? What if we do that? And next thing you know, you don't get done what you need to do, what's right in front of you. One of my mentors, Jeff Meyer, who's an assistant coach at Butler, and we were together at Winthrop 20 years ago. We talked during the season this year, and he just said, you just got to keep, especially this year, you just got to do what's in front of you. Stay with what's right in front of you. Don't worry about anything coming down the pipe. And, we don't know how you're going to test from day to day. Right. Then you get a false positive, and that makes your whole world spin. So I just think we just tried to stay focused. Hey, we got to have a good practice today. I don't know who we're playing. Let's have a great practice today. And we just stayed in that area. We talked a lot about in the last really 20 hours of let's have just be present, be in the exact moment. We're not worried about a game. We're worried about getting through our film session right now. All right. And then worry about our recovery, worried about the right walkthrough, how we're going to cover things. Be present, be poised in that moment, and move with purpose, right? We're not going to run like crazy. We talked a lot about that in the last, really since we had beaten Northeastern. Because then you really, the momentum starts to really, hey, we're 80 minutes away, we're 40 minutes away. And it's like, listen, we got one possession, and we need to be really good in that possession. And then from that, let's see what we can do the next one. And I thought we had some really good possessions today. I also thought we had some tough possessions, but we were able to adapt and adjust to a lineup that continued to adapt at the other end of the floor, and hold them to 21% from 3 was a big deal.
Next question to Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, hi, Coach, and thank you. But I came across my desk, I guess, that you guys were calling individual fans this morning on the morning of the championship game of the title.
Sorry, Dan. I couldn't hear. I got broke up there. Can you start over again, please?
Yeah. Thank you.
Harrisonburg. Tough connection.
Are you making that your home court next year?
The DAC South. It's a nice little building.
No, the word came across that you were calling individual fans this morning, or members of your staff were, and talking to them about the game tonight. And obviously, it's been 25 years since there's been a title to Drexel, but I guess, did the uniqueness of tonight, did what this brought to the school, did that affect you somehow? Did that make you want to reach out to people?
No, not really. We just I think it was, one of the biggest distractions right now for all of us was our phones. And we talked about that. You want to talk about being present? You can't be on your phone all the time. A few minutes here or there, but then listen, we got to lock in. We got to guard Elon's 1-4 high set. We got to guard their low stack. There's 3 things they can do out of it. It doesn't matter how many followers you have on Instagram or Twitter, right? And guys are worried about that stuff. Young people care about that. So, but I think you ran just reached out and told, hey, if you want tickets, maybe we've got a couple. Call this guy. I know that there's a passionate fan base at Drexel, and I know the DAC Pack has great history. And to have someone from the DAC Pack reach out, wanted to do whatever we could for them to have share this experience. I hope that's okay with you, Dan. You sound like you're not happy with me about it.
No, I'm it's a like I say, it's a unique thing to do, and it's obviously a special moment for the school. So appreciate it.
Drexel's got a unique relationship with its fans, and I think this program and this team understands the value of the DAC. I mean, look at your background, right? That's the DAC Pack. So there's a whole bunch of people like that.
Next question, Austin.
Zach, first off, congratulations. Watching the broadcast at the end of it, they had a shot of you, with the tears flowing down your face. I
wasn't crying. What are you talking about?
What kind of went into the, what were you thinking with those emotions? What led to that point?
I had to put my phone down today or yesterday, really just kind of shut it off, because it was, you get people that know you're close and mentors, your coaches, and it kind of turns into like Guy Smiley, this is your life, people are watching and following, and you can't get caught up in that stuff. We'll just be present, be poised, and move with purpose. That's what we were doing. But that joy that you saw after the game was when you could see Cam Winter, right? I might even get emotional talking about it, but Cam Winter could not speak. He couldn't speak. He had tears flowing down his cheeks, his face, and he couldn't speak. And this was a guy that we worked really hard to get, and I don't know how close it was to get him or not, but at the time it was kind of like a good match. And I think it's really rewarding and validating for those guys to make that decision, to stick with it. You're getting an incredible degree, a top 100 academic program at Drexel, and now you're getting a top 100 basketball experience as well. And that's a pretty awesome feeling for a young man to have.
Thanks, Zach. Take care.
Thank you, Austin. See you soon.
Next question for Jerry. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Zach, congratulations. Two quick ones. I don't think any team in history has ever had to win 8 games away from home to get to the NCAA tournament.
Well, Jerry, I look forward to your next article to break it down, since you're doing all these other analytics. Add that to your to-do list.
Analytics, huh? Crane will love that line. But seriously, I mean, eight straight away games over 2 months, right? It's crazy.
Hey,
what is it?
Everybody had tough schedules. It was no one's fault. No one, maybe, but listen, we just played the teams on our schedule. We can't get caught up in that.
Right, but what's it mean to you guys to have done this the way you did it? Not gonna be easy for anybody in this year, but you guys haven't been home in 2 months. You've had 3 games at home in 3 months. What's that mean to you to have accomplished this feat the way you did it?
I think it builds some resolve and some toughness. Honestly, hey, we'll go anywhere. We'll play anybody. Our schedule and our record in our league looks very different than others' schedule and records in our league. But maybe we had some grit and some toughness and character in those miles logged on those buses and plane rides that put us in a situation where we needed to adapt and adjust to a couple games here and make some, big plays and some big moments that we were able to do it.
And Coach Fairley,
I'll trade. I'm not going to trade with anybody. Put us on the road all season if we get to go to the NCAA tournament.
Coach Fairley says last night, this is a zero-sum industry you guys are in. You work 364 days a year to get to tonight. If you don't win tonight, you feel terrible. There's only one coach is going to win, and tonight it was you guys and your team. Can you put that, what it means to you to know that the validation of the, however many years you've been doing this has been realized tonight, and that you guys were the ones, everyone works hard to get here. Only one team can win. What's it mean to you that you guys were the ones it was able to work out for you?
Yeah, listen, we've only been working with this group for a handful of years. All right. It has no bearing on how many years I've been a coach, right? That's just personal experience. This is about that locker room, our student body, this campus, and the Drexel community. And Jerry, I look at things through that lens, right? And if we could just take a minute, I think everybody on this phone call, and realize where we were a year ago. Basketball was taken away from us. We couldn't be on campus. An incredibly emotional summer, social injustice taking place, the pandemic in full rage. I mean, you look at all those things. That's what I think of, Jerry. I don't think of years of coaching. I think about we persevered and we stuck together and we grew and we listened. And it's a fun locker room. I can't wait to get off this call and go back to the hotel and hang out in our bubble.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Look forward to your next articles. I'll read them in July.
I don't believe you, but okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Question for David. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Zach, I just want to follow up on a question I asked you last night, which was, could you sum up everything that you've been through the 5 years you've been at Drexel, culminating with winning your first conference championship?
Short answer is no. Dave, listen, I think I've said it. I'll try to be appropriate about it. You've been to the DAC. You know what a raucous place it can be. We wanted to get back to that. And we just want to continue to build every day, be a little bit better. And this certainly shows we're making progress. So we're just going to keep building, Dave.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks to everyone for taking time tonight.
Thanks for coming, guys. Go Dragons.
Thanks.
Wear a mask.
Thanks, Rob, for all this.
Thanks. Nope, Rob left.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate
Thank you, Rob.
He's gone.
Rob's gone.
I'm still here if you guys want to talk some more.
I thought you wanted to go back to the hotel.
Yeah, I do.
Well, seriously.
What's on the
Seriously, Zach, congratulations.
I told our guys, like, hey, I'll see you in the pool tonight. And they're like, I'm not getting that COVID thing. I was like, oh, yeah, I was just joking. Trick question. Gotcha. Right? It's great. All right, guys, we'll see you.
See you, Zach.
Go Dragons.
Congratulations.